Taehyung, the housewife is enough for Taehyung to know the effect of his touch on Jungkook. He let his soft red lip open a bit as he pressed his weight more towards Jungkook. Taehyung, shh! He tipped up to press his sharp ones to his uh, tip. Said once he ran his finger on Jungkook's soft rock. Jungkook eyes rocked with needy as Taehyung pulled him closer to him. He smiled, patting Taehyung's soft upper lips as the latter pressed himself tighter against his body. A low growl escaped his throat. He saw how Taehyung's arms automatically embarrassing Taehyung. Taehyung sang trembled when Jungkook warm hand touched his back. The he thought the wet fabric on his cloth. He felt the heat all over his body. He let himself cry and let his body warm against Jungkook. Taehyung Jungkook's voice was extended, his body taut and hard against Taehyung's stomach flesh. Taehyung's lips curled when he felt Jungkook press against his stomach. He rolled his back and Jungkook's hand fell on Taehyung behind and Jungkook didn't hesitate to touch it. "You were trying with me?" Jungkook pulled him closer, his finger digging into Taehyung's back cheeks, pressing him tighter against. Jungkook noticed that and now gripped his wet things. He struggled at the feel of his big warm hand against his wet body. Jungkook hands crawled once again to his back, and his big hand slid inside his wet body to feel his. He wanted to laugh out loud. That was his cue. A time was over. It was time to push the man and walk away. But before he can even do that, Jungkook pulled his and put it on his waist. Taehyung gasped in shock. He was surprised once again when Jungkook pulled his other and put it in his waist. Taehyung doesn't have a choice but to hold Jungkook's neck so he won't fall as they lift him. Taehyung, Jungkook, what are you? Jungkook mouth stopped. His words run off. His hands gripping Taehyung's hair to keep his mouth firmly pressed against his while the other was moving his back, pressing Taehyung's body tightened against his. Taehyung went dizzy as Jungkook explored his pressed fainted of one. Taehyung found himself wanting to give as much taste of Jungkook as he could. He wrapped his leg thin around Jungkook and pulled him closer towards him. He let his finger tug on Jungkook's back while the other hand holding his soft locks. He felt like Jungkook began to move somewhere, but he was too busy testing Jungkook. Then he left his back, hitting smoothing soft Jungkook from his to his jaw. Taehyung then managed to open his eyes. He was lying near the pool behind the tall bonds away from the side of the people inside the hall. He closed his eyes and tried to gather his strength to control himself. He needed to stop it. This is not his plan. He was about to push Jungkook away, then almost screamed when he touched his butt. Taehyung's cries were lost in Jungkook's mouth. Taehyung's heart was on the back of his brain. It screamed at him that he had been taking self-defense class preciously from moments like this. He had been taking self-defense classes with Bing since he was 14. He might look frail, but he was not some helpless friend. He was freaking over of 6 in Taekwondo, and this made him aware. It made him realize that despite his self-defense classes here, he was still freaking helpless. His finger dwelled deeply on Jungkook's tickle hair, and he was him. Senseless Jungkook, he let his hand move towards Jungkook's stomach and then lower his afraid Jungkook gave his. Then he harshly pushed him away. He swung his legs gracefully to one side of the chairs as he stood up. He fixed his wet hair and agreed his equally wet outfit. He proudly walked away without turning back to Jungkook. Taehyung pulled his arms back. Taehyung hand hold Jungkook's waist and Taehyung harshly twisted free. Jungkook quickly let him go. Taehyung pulled Jungkook by his collar and harshly pulled him closer to him. Jungkook's dark eyes Hey, see you around, handsome. He harshly pushed Jungkook away, turned around and walked away. He kept his hand held high as he turned back to the hall. This time Jungkook didn't stop him. Jungkook watched Taehyung walk away. He forced his body to calm down, but the spray of the beauty bag only made his also grow harder. It didn't help that the hung outfit was still dripping with molding his sinful curve and showing the whole world exactly how perfect they were. He sighed deeply. It was the first time in his life that he didn't know what the freak happened. He harshly combed his hair using his fingers, looking intently at the home. The door of the opened, revolving another man. His muscular stance when he saw the man walking towards them. His jaw tightened as he watches the man take off his jacket and put it around Taehyung's shoulders like his case. Taehyung gladly accepted the jacket from that man. He recognized the man as Taehyung's companion outside the hall a while ago. He had seen Taehyung even before he entered the hall. Who wouldn't read? It was impossible not to notice Taehyung. Everything about him determined attention. The air around him is like a genuine attracted everyone to look at him. Like a moth to the flame, you cannot touch him, and it was not just because of his physical beauty again. He combed his hair using his finger as he watched Taehyung and the other man walking at the side of the hall. They were probably leaving toward a private exit. For a moment, Taehyung's profile came into view, and he was once again in awe of how someone could be so freaking beautiful. He would ever go as far as saying that Taehyung was the most beautiful person he had ever seen, and he had seen a lot. Taehyung for freak's sake in a man, but he was very man's way trim. His body was built for joy. His smooth, flawless skin was just made to perfection. His ridiculous tiny waist, the curve of his behind those tan and long leg indicate hotel pure and drive even among hard, but it was not Tone's physically attribute that made him under Taehyung's skin. Jungkook started at the door where Taehyung and his male companion entered a while ago. He started at the closed door as he remembered the tilt of his chin and the way his lips curled into a genuine. Taehyung was just freaking alive. He was like a blazing fire on a fleet's poster color. Anyone who would dare stand next to Taehyung will look pale, bland, and boring because he was singing. Jungkook was again singing and brushed his hair using his finger for the time. Then he saw the door of the open once again, this time revolving his friend. So, you met the devil's mistress? Max smiled at him. Jungkook and Max were childhood friends. They were also classmates for primary up until high school. They are still at the charity event along with their other friends. As part of the elite, most of Jungkook's friends were members of many charitable foundations. Max eyes fall on his new winter suit and then smiled. He got you all hot, didn't he? He tried to avoid his friend's gaze. Shut up, you freak. He fixed his suit. It gotten a bit weird when Taehyung's wet body pressed on his. He suddenly felt hot again with the thought of it. Just the memory of Taehyung's body pressed against his body was enough to drive him hard. A piece of advice thought Kook, be careful. Taehyung is a man-eater. He will eat you alive and spit you out. He will eat you alive and spit you out. He'll grab your hearted and then throw it on the floor and will smash it using the designer boots. He's a heartless monster. No one has ever survived that freak which their sanities intact. Jungkook, all his protective instincts spared to life, and he almost beat the crap out of his friend. But he tried to control himself. Instead, he called a glare at his friend. Don't talk about Taehyung like that. You don't know. Max eyes widened and shocked and stared at him. Jungkook ignored him and continued walking towards the hall. How lazy, Jungkook. Taehyung got you really bad, didn't he? His friend followed him. He ignored his friend once again. He tried his best not to pay much attention to the scent that Taehyung left on his suit. It was strong and sweet, almost too sweet. If the perfume was rare by others, he would definitely have a headache. But not with Taehyung. The strong, intoxicated fragrance suited him. His overpowering sensuality mixing with his natural scent, involving mist of twist cheeks and prickly body, going together in a furious abandon. He tried to remove that thought. He stood up straight as he entered the hall. Sit, Jungkook. Are you serious? He once again heard his friend comment, but he ignored him. He continued walking until Max catch up with him. Oh, shoot. Jungkook, you should stop. I'm serious. I know you are nice and gentleman, but I am telling you the truth. You've been away from Seoul for quite a while. That's why you are not updated. You don't know Taehyung, Jungkook, every man and woman who got involved with him and got into an emotional trauma. God, he even stolen his cousin fiance. Then you know what Taehyung do after that. He dumped the poor guy like that. And you remember, Ma? The caption ball of our batch. Free Jungkook, he was tremble everything every time he saw Taehyung. Seriously, there are a lot more story about him. Jungkook sang deeply. He clearly remembered every word. The rumors about the Hangs might be true, but they didn't know the whole truth about Taehyung. They had no idea what the duty had gone through. He breathed deeply and covered his face using his palms. Suddenly, his cell phone vibrating from his pocket. He quickly grabbed it and said it was his father. Dad, is everything okay? Jungkook can't help but chuckle with Ji-Dung's question. His father was like a when it's come to him just by tone of his voice, he can already sense that something is wrong with him. He messes his walk again towards the hall. I'm okay, Dad. I'm actually leaving. But why? It's too early, son. Something happened. It is right to tell his father about what happened between him and Taehyung. He decided not to, as his father will only worry about him. I'm okay, just feeling a little tired. I also need to read some report. I wanted to finish that before I report to work on Monday. I don't want people saying I am a spoiled brat who knows nothing. His father laughed. Even the late he will was seriously. His father knew very well how much he valued company. He was not a fan of nepotism, but so what if he was the only son of the CEO of the most successful in Seoul? That doesn't mean that his father position will automatically give to him. He would work his back off to get his father chair, and he had been doing just that. Jungkook studied in Harvard, graduated, started working at the New York Bank. Philosophy 10 years was his capital to be successful in his work, and now he is back in Korea, 30 years old, and he will be in the Kook group of companies president on Monday. He is back in his to work at the main branch.